Welcome to the 26th edition of the Frontier Global Dairy News. In the farmers' news at the top 10, it is the governments need to urgently engage with farmers. The World Farmers Organization has said there is an urgent need for governments and the international community alongside the private sector to engage with farmers. According to the WFO, this is vital to keep global agriculture trade open and to make the current system more inclusive and fairer for all farmers. WFO includes national farmers organizations and agriculture cooperatives from all over the world. The WFO said its new policy position also highlights the key role that agriculture plays in relation to economies and the environment. At the United Food Systems Summit in Rome last month, the General Secretary of the WFO, Arianna Giulitori, said that it is important to remember that farmers are the people in the food systems and that a significant majority of them are family farmers. She told the summit that producers continue to face significant challenges and highlighted the impact of high fertilizer prices, which has a direct impact on farmers' businesses and their livelihoods. At the top 9 positions news from USA, new mine researchers using precision technology to help the mine dairy farmer. Glenda Pereira, Assistant Extension Professor and Dairy Specialist at the University of Mine Cooperative Extension and Assistant Professor of Animal Science at the School of Food and Agriculture, leading a project with mine dairy farmers that uses electronic ear tags that track cow movements with the hopes of learning more about how to best care for them. The project brings together mine researchers, alumni, and the dairy community for research that is just as much about interpersonal connections as it is about connecting to new technology. New developments in so-called precision technology, farmers can use high-tech tools to learn more about the land and animals and improve their practices. The behavioral data demonstrated that when cows are fed every day at the same time, they also eat right away after exiting the milk parlor, then ruminate and lie down for longer following that feeding, which promotes milk production and udder health. Cows are really habit animals and they really like to have the same schedule every day. Pereira says, we were able to use that data to find that they just thrive in an environment where they have that consistency.
The top 8 position in the news this week is again from New Hampshire, USA. Climate change is hurting New Hampshire farmers. Climate resiliency offers a path forward. New Hampshire farmers like Danny Hicks have faced one hit after another due to abnormal weather this growing season. New Hampshire has over 4,000 farms and 97% are family owned, according to the most recent data from the 2017 Census of Agriculture. The majority bring in less than $10,000 in sales each year, making this year's losses devastating for some. Agriculture professors at the University of New Hampshire say that these strange weather patterns are likely part of a new normal for farmers, who will continue to face challenges due to climate change. Local farmers say adaptation is complicated as each farm is a unique ecosystem with specific needs. To help address that challenge, the New Hampshire Association of Conservation Districts is providing farmers with the latest knowledge and resources for sustainable practices. Jane Presby, who operates Diamond Hill Farm in Concord, describes education as essential to farming. Presby's farm is a local landmark of sorts. It serves as both the symbol of history and the future for small-scale farmers in New Hampshire. In 1998, Presby built the farm's first high-tunnel, greenhouse-like structure for tomatoes. Now she cultivates more than 20 varieties throughout the growing season, focusing on varieties that will thrive in high temperatures. However, Presby said, learning how to grow a tomato sustainably was a long, painstaking process, one that demonstrated the stakes of taking on new farming techniques.
At the top 7 is news from Ireland. Irish farmers fear for nitrates, a ticking time bomb for agriculture industry. The Environmental Protection Agency's recent report shows that nitrates remain too high in rivers, groundwater and estuaries in the southeast, southwest and Midlands and eastern regions of Ireland. The report is part of the interim review process of the Nitrates Action Programme. The review was required by the European Commission as part of granting Ireland's nitrate derogation. The report outlines the regions that could be required to reduce the organic nitrogen stocking rate to 220 kg per hectare from 250 kg in 2024 under the derogation as a result of the effect of agriculture on water qualities in these areas. They should likely see a reduction in herd numbers and put further pressure on the land market. Minister of Agriculture Charlie McCollum is being urged to go before the OIRACTOR's Joint Committee on Agriculture, Food and the Marine in the coming weeks to answer questions on the matter. Fine Gael, Senator and Vice Chairman of the committee, Tim Lombard, says that unless we get moving in the next few weeks, the potential of us losing the derogation is very possible, and what that means for us as an agriculture entity is huge. At top 6 news this week, news from UK. Royal Association of British Dairy Farmers, industry renowned dairy course, Entrepreneurs in Dairying is open for application. Entrepreneurs in Dairying, a business training course run by the Royal Association of British Dairy Farmers, is open to applicants ahead of its start in October. There are 7 sessions, some held in person and others virtually across 4 months. Sessions cover a variety of topics including understanding the milk market, business planning, succession planning, future opportunities, people management, and tax and trading structures. Joseph Fincham took part in the 2016 course. When he applied, he was herd manager for a 400 cow split block unit. He now runs a 270 cow herd in Dorset on a 50:50 contract farming agreement with the Royal Association Council member Guy Triane and his wife Anne. Mr. Fincham said it was the only dairy specific course available in the sector, and as a result of enrolling, he now had the confidence to manage his own business. A full schedule of dates and topics for the course will be released shortly. Applicants can be any age and at any point of their career journey. Forms are available to download at www.rapdf.co.uk and the course costs £490 plus VAT. Application must be submitted by 1st of September 2023, but spaces are expected to fill up before this date. A handful of subsidized spaces are available. The top 5 news is from Australia. The Murray Dairy Young Dairy Network in Australia is supporting young dairy farmers. The Murray Dairy Young Dairy Network in Australia provides opportunities for young people looking to develop their skills and create valuable connections to further their career in dairy. The initiative is available to the Australia-Murray region's younger generation of dairy farmers, farm staff, service providers, and new entrants to the industry. All events are free or low cost thanks to sponsorship from Dairy Australia and the Gardiner Foundation. It helps its members develop professionally while ensuring they are supported nationally via a forum for sharing information, exchanging ideas, and staying connected. By joining, you will connect with other young dairy professionals, established farmers, and industry service providers, helping you to move forward in the industry. These include training and workshops, farm walks and study tours, social events and Christmas catch-ups, discussion groups, networking with the industry stakeholders, sponsorship and support for those who are participating in industry leadership activities, and interstate and overseas event opportunities. The top 4 news is from Clarksville in Iowa, USA. Clarksville dairy farmer wins the Virgin Good Farm Neighbor Award. Deb Bowling, the owner of Family Farm New Day Dairy, Clarksville, won the Virgin Good Farm Neighbor Award. Iowa Secretary of Agriculture Mike Knight visited the farm to present the award. The operation today milks about 120 cows, farms about 200 acres of crops including corn, hay, peas, barley and oats, and is an active member of Prairie Farmers Cooperative, a network of over 650 family farms across the Midwest. Deb's grandfather, George Washington Bowling, planted the first seeds to what is today a 5-generation deep family operation. You would be pretty surprised, Deb said, if his grandfather could see the scene on farm today. Sponsored by the Coalition to Support Iowa Farmers and the Big Show on WHO Radio, the Virgin Good Farm Neighbor Award recognizes livestock farmers who show care for the environment and the livestock and who are committed to their community. The farm is certified for responsible management through their cooperative, and the barn was designed with cow comfort in mind. The cows are milked using a robot named Rita, which is able to customize the process to each cow and can alert them of health changes such as possible mastitis infections or feed changes. The cows are fed with the grains and the family grows, and the manure from the farm is used in turn to fertilize the soil. The top 3 news is from Wisconsin, USA. The Jenison family of Red Hat Creamery, Wisconsin, possesses sustainability efforts award. In 2016, 2 generations of the Jenison family, who own and operate Gerlindy Farms and Red Hat Creamery in Broughton, Minnesota, were recognized with the U.S. Dairy Sustainability Award. The family was recognized for its sustainable commitment in various corners of their businesses, including reducing its energy use by 20%, only using manure to fertilize its 258 acres, and feeding leftover whey from their on-site cheese processing operation back to their herd. Today, various construction is happening on both sides of the businesses. The dairy is putting in mattresses, adding a robotic feed pusher and a robotic manual pusher. Gerlindy cows will be picked robotically by fall with the help of 4 used Gilaval robots. Purchasing used robots is what the family believes makes the best sense to them and is the most sustainable avenue for them to pursue. The reason behind the change to automation at Gerlindy Farm boils down to labor. We need flexibility, he says, sharing that the family is also anticipating having to manage a lot more data in the future. Along with all the automation, the firm added cow manager 50-year tags in 2020. Our cheat code has been asking around looking as much as possible, he says. Our cheese plant is designed in the way it is because we looked at over 50 milk processing facilities. We are able to see a lot of people's mistakes and a lot of people's triumphs. The top 2 news this week is from Oka, Nagaland. Oka's dairy farmers unveiling natural riches in Nagaland dairy farming. Nestled in the picturesque landscape of Nagaland, Oka district is a region teeming with natural resources and untapped potential for growth. Blessed with a diverse array of resources from thriving fisheries and abundant water sources to fertile soil and favorable climatic conditions, Oka is poised to become a beacon of prosperity and development. Embracing sustainable farming practices and exploring modern techniques can boost agricultural productivity, support food security, and generate income for local farmers. Animal farming, particularly in the form of poultry, piggery, and dairy farming, holds immense potential in Mocha. District's rich biodiversity and favorable climate contribute to the well-being of livestock, making it conducive for raising healthy animals. Strengthening animal husbandry practices can open up new avenues for economic growth and create employment opportunities within the district. Oka's moderate climate provides a perfect setting for diverse agricultural activities throughout the year. The availability of fertile soil enhances the potential for crop cultivation and supports sustainable agro-based industries. Leveraging these natural advantages and promoting eco-friendly practices, Oka and Nagaland can establish itself as an agricultural powerhouse. The number one news this week is from Karnataka, India. Karnataka dairy farmers to get the benefit of raising retail milk price of Nandini milk. The Karnataka cabinet has given the green signal for a rupees 3 per litre hike in the price of Nandini milk, a popular brand under the Karnataka Milk Federation. This decision, taken on Thursday during a cabinet meeting, comes in response to demands from milk producers. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah emphasized that Karnataka has been selling milk at the lowest price in comparison to other states, but the rates are substantially higher. The toned milk that cost Rs 39 will now be sold at Rs 42 per litre. Elsewhere, it is sold between Rs 54 and 56 per litre. In Tamil Nadu, the price is Rs 44 per litre, the Chief Minister said. Despite the price hike in November 2022, Nandini's milk selling price in Karnataka remains significantly cheaper than that of other private companies. While Nandini milk starts at Rs 39 per litre, private firms are selling their milk at prices ranging from 48 to 52 rupees per litre, said a senior KMF official. Ahead of the state assembly elections, Karnataka witnessed a heated Amul versus Nandini row, with the opposition, including the Congress and pro-Canada groups, criticizing the BJP government for allowing Amul to sell fresh milk and curd in Bengaluru. They alleged that this move could adversely impact the business of the local brand Nandini.